Reading World Within a World, Part 11, and we're on page 85. And I probably got about 5 more parts to do before I'm finished with the body of the text, but I'll just keep going in smaller, like shorter videos. Okay. June 16th, 1956. The whole test of the Earth man is one of learning to harmonize himself with the rate of vibration of levels of consciousness, bearing greater frequencies and therefore greater power to harm unless the being is in accord with the true or the good. This means that man may not be stepped up until he has learned to live in peace with his neighbor, with all forms of manifest life, and with himself most of all. Peace comes from within. Man does not pass from the physical body into a higher sphere unless he has earned that level. He does have time to review the life he has just finished and to profit by his mistakes if he has a longing in his soul to do so. Whatever he has built for the self must be worked out here or elsewhere. It is better when these things are worked out while he is in the body, for then he will have prepared himself for the harmonies which are rightfully his. August 10th, 1956. The Earth is now being conducted under light ray 3, the number 3. There are rays of varying degrees of force. Under present conditions, light ray 3 is the one which will prove most beneficial to mankind. Each light bearer is used as a spearhead for the incoming forces. Each has a mission peculiar to his own channeling powers, and altogether the reflection of the radiations brings about etheric, atmospheric, as well as personal changes in the lives of men. The Earth experience is a vast one involving not only human life, but animal, vegetable, and mineral kingdoms as well. Man may have established home or community upon the Earth's surface as at present, but he may also have his secret abiding place within its activated depths, where he may draw sustenance from the wealth of raw material available for his use. As man continues to work with radiation in its ever-increasing manifestation, he will come to know that, quote, as man thinks, so he is, unquote. That his thought forces may take him into the ethers, whence he may draw radiations, which will be very helpful in the new phase of his consciousness. August 17th, 1956. As you respond to our recording, and we respond to your vibrational capacity to do so, an acceleration in the light degree takes place, which, if properly prepared for, harmonizes all the vehicles. One does not balance the etheric, physical, emotional, and mental bodies without practicing the art of doing so. It has to be learned, just as one learns to play a musical instrument by long and arduous practice. At this time in the history of the earth, it is well to consider that the demand is great, but the reward is greater. The earth itself is in process of change. Nature and animal life are reflecting the etheric radiation. Many animals are beginning to have a common field of exchange. As these animals are developed, so will the vegetable and mineral life respond and become very positive in their response to the demands made upon them. You are recording the steps in transition from one form of consciousness to another. We, in turn, are experimenting and investigating the potentials within such change. We know by our own tests that the mineral, animal, and vegetable kingdoms are readily receptive to the thought forces. A flower will open quickly to the thought of love, just as does an animal. A vegetable will grow quickly and into perfect form when attended by loving hands. And the reverse is also true. The earth warmed by the sun responds and quickens not only because of the warmth, but by reason of the radiations it contains. When parched and dry, it responds instantly to water, which is the reflection of the life substances. In order to grasp each quality of being in its essential meaning, one must come to know and understand the spiritual counterpart. Mankind need not know poverty, fear, distress, physical or mental, if man will but learn the simple truths of being as he learns the alphabet. He need not know death if he would learn the meaning of life. September 7, 1956. As the light bearer becomes responsive to the light, he is raised to a position in the cosmos where he is able to help to stabilize the forces of light. Each of us must consider that we are outposts in the cosmic realm, used to transmit the light waves throughout all manifest form. Whatever our place in the great scheme, to balance the rhythm is our privilege and within our power. In working within the earth, we have been called upon to accept the potentials of the light body and to use it as we would a magic cloak. This means that we accept it as our reality, that we call upon it to work for us, that we assume it as the self of ourselves, and in doing so, command it to our purposes. Perhaps we can make this clearer for you by reminding you of the miracles wrought by the Master Jesus as he permitted the body of light to take charge. Before he could do so, it was necessary for him to command the lesser self, or the man of earth, to get out of the way. He accepted the crucifixion because he knew that in so doing, the body of light would be able to take charge and he could then manifest at will. He gave recognition to the truth that the body of light was his reality, the physical form merely a facet of his expression. Nevertheless, it was necessary for him to put this truth to the proof so that man could come to understand that he is more than mortal, that he is indeed a son of God, and capable of doing the things done by the Master, and even greater things. As we explore the magic of the earth workings from within, we come to realize the magic manifest in the outer. Deep within is the pulse of the earth manifestation. It comes from the inner essence of the form and brings forth the fruits of the earth on demand. But man cannot experience the greater good until he has called it forth by the powers inherent within him as a reflection of the Most High. The tests are many and severe that the aspiring pupil has to make. First, he must overcome the unreality of his material existence. while still living and subject to the daily demands and constant imperfections of the earth realm. Nevertheless, as he comes to know the perfect, he comes to live in it, and in so doing helps others to find the way. As man comes into knowledge of his own powers as a son of light, he will elevate the powers of all life expressions. Mankind is not as yet free from bondage, even actual slavery. And while in your country, the United States, freedom is proclaimed as the essence of its constitution, yet no man is free while he is still bound to the belief that material possessions are the mark of his progress upon earth. Therefore, he must repeat his earth experience over and over again. Having ourselves been in slavery, subjected to enforced labor under the greatest duress, we know that only the solar experience can set man free. Living the soul life may not be entirely understood. It is the essence of being. It must be regarded as the highest awareness of being that man can have, must be accepted as his reality, and his earth plane existence as merely a testing of his understanding of that reality. Okay, thank you, bye.